What's going on, Wounded Warrior Project? I'm your physical health and wellness coach, Antonio, and today we're going to be going over two great exercises to help activate your glutes and your hips and prepare you for any movements that you're going to do in your training program. So we're going to use a resistance band today. You can pick a band that's light, medium, hard, really heavy, depends on where you're at. If you're a beginner, start out with something light. If you are more advanced, start out with something a little lighter than you would normally start out with. Everyone's beginning point is going to be different. I'd rather you start with something light, be successful, rather than start with something too heavy that's going to make you quit. So that being said, grab a resistance band. So my resistance band here is blue. It's a medium strength. Yours might be yellow, might be green, might be red. Doesn't matter. Pick what's right for you. So I'm going to take my band here and I'm going to slip this band over my legs. I'm going to bring that band about 2 inches above my knees. Now, the two movements that we're going to do, one is going to be a lateral walk. I like to call them fire walkers because it really lights things up, right? Again, in your glutes, in your hips, gets things activated and prepares you for any workout. So as I have my band 2 inches above my knees, I'm gonna assume an athletic position, right? Athletic stance. So knees are slightly bent, hips slightly pushed back, okay? My weight is distributed evenly throughout my feet, mainly in my heels. My feet are still flat on the ground, I'm not lifting up my toes. Now, for this movement, I wanna pick out some space to go through. Now, you can use an exercise mat, or you can use a floor that has some sort of a pattern. You wanna pick a space that is going to be right for you, and you wanna follow that space. So I'm gonna use the carpeted tiles here, and I'm gonna pick out these blue lines. I'm gonna go from one blue line to another blue line. So again, I'm in my athletic stance. My feet are about hip width. And now I'm gonna do a hip to shoulder step. So knees bent, feet flat on the ground, feet are parallel. In my athletic position, loading up my glutes. I'm going to take a shoulder size step, and then I'm gonna let my other foot come in back to my hip stance, okay? And I'm gonna repeat that movement as I go, like I said, from that one position on the tile, from that blue line to the other blue line, across the way. And then I'm gonna repeat that going in the opposite direction. As I'm doing this, I want my steps to be short, smooth, okay? Again, I'm maintaining that hip to shoulder step, and then I'm gonna repeat that. As I step each time, I also wanna make sure that my toes are following a straight path as well. We don't wanna be going into a wave type position. Nice, slow, control. Remember to breathe. You should also be able to maintain eye contact, right? So back is straight, head is up, right? We're not bouncing, we're staying in that athletic position. Not quite a squat, but we're not standing straight up either. Oh yeah, that's why I call these fire walkers. I can really feel things engaging in my glutes and my hips. Remember to breathe. Nice, slow, controlled. Boom, hit my other spot, and then back again. Take your time. Remember to breathe. Whoo, yeah. So that was 3 times. The space I chose is about 7 to 8 feet. Choose whatever works for you. Could be 3 feet, could be 4 feet, could be 10 feet. You can go for steps. But if you're going for steps, make sure that you're going the same distance every time. So let's see if I go for steps, if it equals out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. That's what we want. That's what you want. That's what I want. So now our next movement we're going to do is going to be called a monster walk, or we call them Frankensteins. So for our monster walk, I'm going to pick the same lines here. I'm going to maintain the same stance, okay? So hips, right? We're slightly hinged. Feet are about hip width here. Back straight, head up, right? I'm not squatting all the way down, but I'm certainly not standing straight up. Back is straight. Now I'm going to step forward. And as I plant that foot, I now want to control that other foot coming forward. Then I'm going to alternate. Which leg I lead with, the other leg follows. Now, once you get to the end, there's two things you can do here. One, you can turn around and go the other way. So let's do that. If you want to bring your arms straight out front, you can certainly do that too. If you skip a step, if you don't alternate every time, that's okay. You'll catch on. So now I'm going to show you the alternate version of this. So now I'm going to go forwards again. The whole time I'm fighting this resistance band, not letting that band pull my knees in together. Okay? Now I'm going to go in reverse. I'm going to walk backwards. So when I walk backwards, I want to step, plant my toes, drop my heel, engage those glutes, let that other foot come back. And we're going to do it the opposite leg now. Step back, plant my toes, drop my heel, control that movement. Every movement is controlled. Take your time. Went a little bit further that time, but that's okay. Going forwards again. Remember to breathe. And then we can go back again. Again, you want to be intentional about that step. Plant the toes, drop the heel down, let that other leg come back. We go back to parallel. Stand back. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Excellent. And then you would perform that one, same thing about 3 times, depending on the distance, your resistance, but try it a few times with a lighter resistance. Again, we want you to be successful at these movements. You should feel things already starting to activate in your glutes and your hips right away from just doing these 2 movements here. That was only 1 set each. Generally, I suggest you do those for 3 sets with a combination of whatever exercises you want. For more exercises, you can always check out our other videos here on YouTube. Again, my name is Antonio, your physical health and wellness coach, always here to honor and empower you.